Listen and meditate on the words of Psalm 76. 1. For the leader, with stringed instruments. A psalm of Asaph, a song. 2. In Judah God is known, great is his name in Israel. 3. His abode has been established in Salem, his dwelling place in Zion. For there he broke the fiery arrows, the shield, the sword, the armor. 5. You are resplendent, more majestic than the everlasting mountains. 6. The warriors despoiled, they sleep their final sleep, none of the soldiers can lift a hand. 7. At your roar, God of Jacob, chariots and steeds lay still. 8. So terrible and awesome are you, who can stand before you and your great anger? 9. From the heavens you pronounced sentence, the earth was terrified and reduced to silence. 10. When you arose, God, for judgment to deliver the afflicted of the earth. Selah. 11. Even human wrath praises you, you will clothe yourself with the remnant of your wrath. 12. Make vows to the Lord your God and fulfill them, let all around him bring gifts to the one who is terrible. 13. Who checks the pride of princes, the kings of earth tremble before him. Listen and meditate on the words of Psalm 77. 1. For the leader, on the Jeduthunites. A psalm of Asaph. 2. My voice rises to God, and I will cry aloud, my voice rises to God, that he may hear me. 3. In my day of trouble I seek the Lord, in the night my hands are raised without ceasing, through the night I think of you. For I will remember the deeds of the Lord, yes, your wonders of old I will remember. 5. I will recite all your works, your exploits I will tell. 6. Your way, O God, is holy, what God is as great as our God? 7. You alone are the God who did wonders. Among the peoples you showed your might. 8. With your arm you redeemed your people, the descendants of Jacob and Joseph. Selah. 9. The waters saw you, God, the waters saw you and lashed about, even the deeps of the sea. 10. The clouds poured down, the heavens rumbled. Your arrows flashed back and forth. 11. The thunder of your chariot wheels resounded, your lightning lit up the world. The earth trembled and quaked. 12. Through the sea was your way, your path, through the mighty waters, though your footsteps were unseen. 13. You led your people like a flock under the care of Moses and Aaron. Listen and meditate on the words of Psalm 78. 1. A maskil of Asaph, attend, my people, to my teaching, listen to the words of my mouth. 2. I will open my mouth in a parable, unfold the puzzling events of the past. 3. What we have heard and know, things our ancestors have recounted to us. For we do not keep them from our children, we recite them to the next generation, the praiseworthy and mighty deeds of the Lord, the wonders that he performed. 5. God made a decree in Jacob, established a law in Israel, what he commanded our ancestors, they were to teach their children. 6. That the next generation might come to know, children yet to be born. In turn they were to recite them to their children. 7. That they too might put their trust in God, and not forget the works of God, keeping his commandments. 8. They were not to be like their ancestors, a generation wayward and rebellious, a generation whose heart was not constant, whose spirit was not faithful to God. 9. The ranks of Ephraim, though armed with bows, retreated on the day of battle. 10. They did not keep God's covenant, they refused to walk according to his law. 11. They forgot his deeds, the wonders that he had shown them. 12. Before their ancestors he had done marvels, in the land of Egypt, the plain of Zoan. 13. He split the sea and led them across, making the waters stand like walls. 14. He led them with a cloud by day, all night with the light of fire. 15. He split rocks in the desert, gave water to drink, abundant as the deeps of the sea. 16. Streams gushed forth from the rock, formed a river flowing through the desert. 17. Yet they went on sinning against him, rebelling against the Most High in the desert. 18. They tested God in their hearts, demanding the food they craved. 19. They spoke against God, saying, can God spread a table in the desert? 20. True, he struck the rock, water gushed forth, the river flowed abundantly. But can he also provide bread? Can he supply meat for his people? 21. When the Lord heard, He was enraged, a fire was kindled against Jacob, his wrath flared up against Israel. 22 For they did not believe in God, did not trust in his saving power. 23 Yet he commanded the skies above, the doors of heaven he opened. 24 God rained manna upon them for food, bread from heaven he gave them. 25 All ate a meal fit for heroes, food he sent in abundance. 26 He stirred up the east wind in the heavens, by his power God brought on the south wind. 27 And he rained meat upon them like dust, winged fowl like the sands of the sea. 28 Till they fell in the midst of their camp, all around their tents. 29 They ate and were well filled, for he gave them what they craved. 30 But before they satisfied their craving, while their food was yet in their mouths, 31 God's anger flared up against them, he slew their strongest and laid low the flower of Israel. 32 In spite of all this they went on sinning and did not believe in his wonders. 33 So he consumed their days in futility, their years in sudden disaster. 34 When he slew them, they sought him, repented and looked for him eagerly. 35 They remembered that God was their rock, God Most High, their Redeemer. 36 But they deceived him with their mouths, lied to him with their tongues. 37 Though their hearts were not constant toward him, nor were they faithful to his covenant. 38 Yet he who is merciful forgave their sin, he did not destroy them. Day by day he restrained his anger. 39 He did not rouse his burning wrath, did not become false to his covenant. 40 God took pity on them as they went astray and did not destroy them. He restrained his anger and did not rouse his burning wrath. 41 The people remembered not the abundance of your mercy, their rebellions they refused in their anger. 42 Though he had leveled their cities, the walled-in dwellings they did not rebuild. 43 They were assigned to destruction and their flocks to the fire. 44 God looked upon them with anger and cast them off, with horror he regarded them. 45 Saying, When Israel was a child I loved him, out of Egypt I called my son. 46 The more I called them, the farther they went from me, sacrificing to the Baals and burning incense to idols. 47 Yet it was I who taught Ephraim to walk, who took them in my arms. 48 I drew them with human cords, with bands of love, I fostered them like one who raises an infant to his cheeks, yet, though I stooped to feed my child, they did not know that I was their healer. 49 My heart is overwhelmed, my pity is stirred. 50 I will not give vent to my blazing anger, I will not destroy Ephraim again, for I am God and not a man, the Holy One present among you, I will not let the flames consume you. 51 Those who dwell in the shadow of Egypt will be humbled, as will those who boast in Assyria, and those who dwell in the shadow of Egypt will be humbled. 52 When he takes them to himself, they shall return, when he takes them to himself, they shall return. 53 What can I do with you, Ephraim? What can I do with you, Judah? 54 Your piety is like a morning cloud, like the dew that early passes away. 55 For this reason I smote them through the prophets, I slew them by the words of my mouth. 56 For it is love that I desire, not sacrifice, and knowledge of God rather than holocausts. 57 But they in their land violated the covenant, there they were false to me. 58 Gilead is a city of evildoers, tracked with blood. 59 And like raiders lying in wait, a band of priests murders on the way to Shechem, committing monstrous crime. 60 In the house of Israel I have seen a horrible thing, their prostitution is found in Ephraim, Israel is defiled. 61 For you also, O Judah, a harvest has been appointed. 62 When I restore the fortunes of my people, 63 When I heal Israel, Ephraim shall be revealed as committing iniquity, and Samaria as guilty of blood. 64 Thus shall Ephraim be laid waste, and Samaria become a desolation, because they rebelled against their God, they shall fall by the sword, their little ones shall be dashed in pieces, their pregnant women shall be ripped open. Listen and meditate on the words of Psalm 79. 1 A Psalm of Asaph. O God, the nations have come into your inheritance, they have defiled your holy temple, they have laid Jerusalem in ruins. 2 They have given the corpses of your servants as food to the birds of the heavens, the flesh of your faithful ones to the beasts of the earth. 3 They have poured out their blood like water round about Jerusalem, and there is no one to bury them. For we have become the reproach of our neighbors, the scorn and derision of those around us. 5 How long, Lord? Will you be angry forever? Will your jealousy burn like fire? 6 Pour out your wrath on the nations that acknowledge you not, on the kingdoms that call not on your name. 7 They have devoured Jacob, laid waste his home. 8 Do not hold past iniquities against us, may your compassion come quickly, for we have been brought very low. 9 Help us, God our Savior, for the glory of your name. Deliver us, pardon our sins, for your name's sake. 10 Why should the nations say, where is their God? Before our eyes make clear to the nations that you avenge the blood of your servants, which has been poured out. 11 Let the groans of the prisoners come before you, with your strong arm. Reprieve those doomed to die. 12 Return sevenfold into the bosom of our neighbors the disgrace they have hurled at you, Lord. 13 Then we, your people, the sheep of your pasture, will give thanks to you forever, through all ages we will declare your praise. Listen and meditate on the words of Psalm 80. 1 For the leader, according to Lilies. Iduth. A psalm of Asaph. 2 Shepherd of Israel, listen, you who lead Joseph like a flock. You who sit enthroned upon the cherubim, shine forth. 3 Before Ephraim and Benjamin and Manasseh. Rouse your power, for come to save us. 5 O God, restore us, light up your face and we shall be saved. 6 Lord of hosts, how long will you burn with anger while your people pray? 7 You have fed them with the bread of tears, made them drink tears in abundance. 8 You have left us to be fought over by our neighbors, our enemies deride us. 9 O God of hosts, restore us, light up your face and we shall be saved. 10 You brought a vine out of Egypt, you drove out nations and planted it. 11 You cleared a space for it, it took root and filled the land. 12 The mountains were covered with its shadow, the cedars of God with its boughs. 13 It stretched out its branches to the sea, its shoots as far as the river. 14 Why have you broken down its walls, so that all who pass along the way pluck its fruit? 15 The boar from the forest strips the vine, the beast of the field feeds upon it. 16 Turn back again, God of hosts, look down from heaven and see, take care of this vine. 17 The stock your right hand has planted. 18 Those who would burn or cut it down, may they perish at your rebuke. May 19 Your help be with the man at your right hand, with the one whom you once made strong. 20 Then we will not withdraw from you, revive us, and we will call on your name. 21 Lord of hosts, restore us, light up your face and we shall be saved.